Every town has its hidden gems, and today I'm going to show you one that you have to check out here in Newberg, Oregon. Let's not waste any time. Follow me. Hey Ben, thanks for meeting me here. Appreciate it. Tell me a little bit about Newberg Glass Studio and what you guys do here.
So we do a variety of things. I make a lot of marbles, we teach classes, and I create all the products that we have at our booths and at our gift shop here.
Awesome. So I've never done this before, actually. Can you teach me to do some of this?
I'd love to, man.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited.
This is what's going to become a marble. I'm going to demonstrate how to make a marble.
That's going to be a marble.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
cool.
what I teach my beginner students. So yeah, this little thicker chunk here is what we're going to condense down into a ball, and that will become a marble. And through some glass blowing magic, we'll be able to remove it from the rod, and it'll be a free-floating marble. So we're going to spin it towards ourselves, put it in the flame. Once the glass gets molten, gravity starts to affect it. Spinning it keeps the glob of glass on center on the rod. My next step is going to be rolling it in this crushed up glass. This crushed up glass is called frit, F-R-I-T.
What does the frit do?
The frit adds color to the clear chunk that we have.
Okay.
So we're starting with this clear glass, and from there we're going to add some color, add a little flair, you know? So I'm heating the outermost glob first, and then I'm heating the body of the rod after that. And through successive heating, both heating the outer, heating the inner, they start to marry together and make more of a sphere shape.
Tell me a little bit about the equipment you're using here, this torch. Now, I think a lot of people think of glass blowing and they think of like the big furnace, right? And this is obviously different than that. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the most common type of glass blowing is soft glass or furnace work. Furnace work dates back to the ancient Egyptians. This type of glass using a flame came around in the early 1900s, so scientists began to have unique needs for laboratory equipment, and they created this formula of glass known as borosilicate, which is also known as hard glass. So this glass is temperature resistant, durable, and a bit harder than its soft counterpart. You can make exceptionally large soft glass pieces because of how viscous and liquidy the glass is. Hard glass stiffens up quickly, but it lends itself well to detail, which everybody loves detail. I built up the mass of the glass. Now it's more of a sphere shape. Now I'm going to use the marble mold to check how spherical it is. I'm spinning the glass in the marble mold, and we're noticing that the marble shape fills out the half sphere well. So now what I'm going to do is put a handle on the outside of this marble, and we'll switch axis or switch directions kind of that we're holding onto it. On the other side, it's basically just touching. It's stuck on the outside of the marble. This will allow us to tap the marble off later and have a finished sphere. So I'm going to rinse and repeat what I did in the first set. Add some more of the frit? Yeah, add the more frit. And it only takes a few seconds for the chunks of glass with texture to become glossy and smooth. So now I'm going to rest the marble in the middle of the marble mold, give it a light karate chop, and now we've removed the rod. Marble complete. Let's have you try.
Ben, I know one of the things that you're really big on is connection with the community, and you do a thing called the Marble Hunt. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely, man. So each week on Tuesday, I go out in public and I hide a marble in a small black bag. I go somewhere in public where everyone can access, somewhere that's family friendly and good to get outside. I hide marbles, I post clues on Facebook. I'll take a little photo obscuring the background a little bit, and I'll post it on Facebook, and people are waiting each Tuesday to see the clue and to try their hand at finding the marble.
A marble treasure hunt, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Ben, thanks so much. This was a ton of fun. Thank you for showing me your version of the American Dream.
Of course, man. It was a blast having you by.
Awesome, thanks.